Hi everyone, I'm Mark. Well, the FTSE 100 today seeing really little action or appetite. Earlier the index was down 0.1% at 6,740. We're now quite away from that 7,000 level, and I'm wondering if we could be in a downtrend. How are we going to end the year? Only a few sessions left. Now, my big boss spotlight today falls on the very handsome Manuel Valls. He was the French Prime Minister up until last night, that is, when he resigned in order to set out his campaign as the Socialist Party hopeful to win next year's French presidential elections. Well, I really didn't see that one coming at all, mainly because the Conservative candidate François Fillon is really hotly tipped to win the French election ahead of even National Front leader Marine Le Pen. Also, the left is seen as being in a bit of a state of disarray, with François Hollande seen as one of the worst presidents ever. In fact, Valls' decision came after Monsieur Hollande confirmed last week that he would not seek a second term in office. Replacing Valls, by the way, is Prime Minister and longtime politician Bernard Cazeneuve, who really, as far as I'm concerned, isn't anywhere nearly as good looking as Mr. Valls, just saying. Now, finally, my stock in focus, or rather stocks in focus today, are oil giants BP and Shell. Last week, I was a bit cynical about the OPEC Producers Club announcing its first production cut in years. I was even a bit skeptical. And then, when they did announce the cut, I was a bit surprised. So I ate a bit of humble pie, but here we are, barely a week later, and this headline appears. It's just incredible. Maybe I'm just a bit thick, but doesn't a cut in production mean that? Cutting the amount of the stuff you're producing, ramping it up, and then cutting it back maybe later to slightly higher than it was, doesn't really add up in my book. In fact, Reuters news agency pointed out the OPEC Producers Club produced a record high number of barrels in November, and Russia's November output was the highest in 30 years. So come on guys, what is going on? A cut should mean a cut, surely. Shares then of BP and Shell obviously being negatively affected by this, both lower again today. The world's gone mad. That's it from me. I'll see you tomorrow, but in the meantime, you can always subscribe and follow me on Twitter if you like.